Yes, so I studied event management. I actually would work a lot with restaurants one-on-one to bring in influencers and host media dines. So I definitely feel like that helped me there, and it kind of kicked off and helped grow TAYstyTravels. And then of course, people, events, social skills, even a little bit with social media based on past internships and stuff, all helped to where it is today. It's a funny question. It's a bit of a debate in my family. We're not really sure, to be honest, if my boyfriend thought of TAYstyTravels the name or if my mom did, but whoever did, thank you for that. But once we did think of the name, I kind of just created the Instagram page it was years and years ago. It sat there, and then a little bit after college, I was in between jobs, and I was like, I love social media, I love food, let's see where I could do with this. COVID was scary at the beginning. So when I had started TAYstyTravels, and especially when it was really taking off and growing, restaurants was my bread and butter. Going to restaurants, going out to media dines, connecting with the chefs in the kitchen, that was everything I was doing multiple times a week. So all of a sudden having to be in my house and just in my kitchen, I was a little bit lost for a second, but similar to a lot of people, a lot of creators, recipes came into play. And as I still say to this day, I'm no Martha Stewart. I love the kid-friendly, colorful, fun recipes, but I started shifting to that, and it kind of opened a lot of doors, and it's been really great. From the homemade nerd ropes to all the little silly things that I've done, I've grown to love it. I do them a couple times a week. I post a lot about that continuously now, even as everybody's going out and about again and finally leaving their homes. And it was a shift, but it was a good shift. So besides the recipe creation that I had mentioned, a lot of restaurants, which I thought was genius, ended up shifting and doing not just takeout, but more like creating kits that you could enjoy at home, like a whole dinner experience that you could enjoy at home. So I started promoting that, and then a lot of chefs individually started creating their own additional homemade dessert jars and things like that to bring in more money to the business and to the restaurant. So just anything that they could deliver in my home that I could still share that experience, that hey, while COVID's still going on, you can enjoy this great restaurant in your house. And when we can all be out into the world again, these are the yummy bites that you can then enjoy at the restaurant. I love this question. So without me blushing, that is my boyfriend, Nico. We've been together since high school, so I can confidently say that he has been a part of the TAYstyTravels journey from the beginnings from the start. And it's been great. He's honestly been such a support without sounding too cheesy. He's the man behind the scenes, my foodie in crime for everything. And as we've grown TAYstyTravels, I've incorporated him into my content, which has been really awesome for the both of us. And we've been able to collaborate and create content together, specifically for brands that have even started to reach out to us as a couple. So that's been a lot of fun. Specifically during COVID, we did some content for Kahlua, which is a big alcohol brand that everyone knows and loves. And that was really fun and exciting that throughout our relationship, and we've always had this common passion for food, so then have brands want to reach out to the both of us to create something special. It was really fun. So there have been honestly a lot. I mean, even from the weekday events to the weekend activities, like everything that I've done with TAYstyTravels is more than I could have ever imagined. Some of these emails with these invites and these opportunities, I'm just really so happy and thankful for every day. A couple that come to mind, which again, speaking about COVID and the unexpected things that unraveled, I was invited by the tourism department of Las Vegas for a whole week to showcase not only restaurants but travel, which I'm super passionate about as well. And to be honest, when I first got the email, I thought it was spam. I was like, there's no way that the tourism department of such a great, beautiful, amazing city is reaching out. But they did. We crafted a whole itinerary, and as I said, we shared restaurants, we shared hotels, unique experiences, adventures, and Nico got to come along with me, and that was just insane. I've also worked with the cruise line, and then besides that, just big brands that I've always admired. Papa John's, for instance, I worked with them so many times, and you would never think, looking back, when I would just order pizza randomly on a night, that now they would be reaching out to me and looking for my ideas and how to promote them. Yes, of course, because it's true. It is called TAYstyTravels. So it started off with me really prioritizing food, but slowly but surely I've been sneaking in and adding travel content as much as I can. I've had a lot of great travel experiences in the past. Like, I've been to Oktoberfest in Germany, Prague, Berlin. I mean, I've really been all over, and I feel like that's something that I haven't had the full opportunity to share yet with my audience. So I'm excited to do so. I'm heading to Europe in 2 weeks, so a lot more to come with my passions and love for travel. And of course, continuing to add in the food. I've already connected with restaurants in Paris, in London, in the locations that I'm going to. So really just more than ever, TAYstyTravels. How to go. Of course, so I feel like I get this question a lot, and as cheesy as I'm gonna be, the answers are truthful. So I think it's really important to stay true to yourself, especially today with current social media trends and changes all the time. I think that you have to be able to look at your own content and feel happy and put a smile on your face. So staying true to yourself. Consistency is super important. Even personally, every day that's a challenge because we get caught up in the emails and this and that, but you have to put out content. You can't just ghost people, because then why are they gonna wanna follow you and hear your recommendations? So I think that those two things are just really important to always keep in the back of your mind. And then there's always the little things that as you grow and as you see things online, that you'll kind of pick up on yourself and, you know, figure things out on your own. So currently I'm living in Hollywood, so I guess we can give a little bit of praise to the area. A couple of my go-tos are, there's a restaurant, Peruvian spot, J28. They were actually featured on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Amazing. Their sandwiches, their breads are just out of this world. Bellyfish isn't a restaurant itself, it's just to-go food, but the fact that I can get tuna crispy rice of high quality delivered right to my couch at home, I love in Hollywood. And then I always feel bad, I'm gonna butcher their name, but it's by Young Circle in Hollywood, Oaxaca, or Osaka. Their tuna bowls, tuna tacos, anything with tuna is just fresh and delicious, and everyone has to try it. So good. People ask me this all the time. So what comes to mind, it's actually local here in Wynwood at the con. I had cricket tacos, and I remember being with a group of people seeing it on the menu and like, no, I can't do this, but people were like, come on, you're TAYstyTravels. So I tried that, and for me that was definitely an experience. But then, for lack of a better word, more ordinary crazy foods that I've had and that people always love. In New York, there's a place called East Village Pizza, which serves double stacked pizza. Like, it's just the cheesiest, craziest moment. I recently had a 24-karat burger. Wave in Mount Dora does sushi rolls like you've never seen, in shapes like Santa Claus, origami, rainbow, colorful creations. So there's a lot. There's a lot that I've had that has been crazy, interesting, cheesy, and everything in between. The growth has been crazy, not something that I can truly say I expected when I first started off. And slowly but surely, I would start getting emails from brand deals or reaching out to brands that I felt passionate about, and it just took off. And now it's my full-time career, and especially COVID, which was such an interesting time for so many creators, really at first was kind of scary, but then really shifted into this being a full-time gig for me.